Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wayback Movies, your source for everything movie related. Today's video is going to be the collection update for February 2021, Part 3, the final chapter. Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out the channel. If you are new here and this is your first time, please think about hitting that like and subscribe button. Try to put videos out at least 2 to 3 times a week, maybe more. This is going to be my collection update for February 2021. Like I said earlier, this is part 3. February was a big month for me and a big month for my bank account. I bought a ton of movies this month, so that's why I had to break this all down into 3 parts. Otherwise, you'd be watching like an hour-long video, which nobody wants to do. So this is going to be the 3rd part. This is everything I picked up at the back end of February. And I think I've got about 23 regular movies here, and then various TV seasons. Some of them complete collections, others are just a couple different seasons of those. So, without further ado, let's get into that. I'm going to go over, I guess, the 4Ks first. These are my 4K pickups for the month, or, well, for the last third of the month, I should say. This first one has been out for a little bit. I finally picked it up and wanted to check this out for a while, and it is the 4K version of Possessor Uncut. This looked really cool when I looked at the trailer. I just kind of been slacking on picking it up, so I finally was able to get this. Kind of surprised, because this is off of Amazon. I'm surprised I actually got the slipcover. Wasn't really expecting that, so that's always nice to get a slipcover when you don't think you're going to. It's actually the same for this next movie here. This one definitely came out a while ago. I've heard some good things about the 4K version of this, and that is Russell Crowe, Christian Bale in 3:10 to Yuma. I've seen the movie. I liked the movie back when it first came out, but I haven't checked out the 4K version. And like I said, I saw some reviews that said this was really good, so I wanted to pick that up. And I was really shocked to get the slipcover on this. I just figured it was going to be the regular disc since it had been so while since this come out. So definitely a cool pickup there, and I think it was on sale actually. Speaking of on sale on Amazon, also grabbed the 4K version of Men in Black. This is it says the trilogy. It's the first 3. It's basically all the Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones movies. I do already have Men in Black International. Wasn't a huge fan of that one, but I do like, well, I like the first 2 movies. The third one in this is kind of okay, but this is actually on sale on Amazon, so I picked this up. It's all 3 movies in these kind of like slim cases here. I don't know if you can see that. We get these little slim cases there, so it's all 3 in 4K, so definitely want to check out and see how good and this looks and sounds in 4K, so grab that one as well. This next one I haven't seen. It was a blind buy. I saw it was on sale, and I went ahead and looked at the trailer. It looked really creepy as hell, so I went ahead and picked it up, and that is The Witch in 4K. Like I said, this looked super, super creepy. I even heard Stephen King was saying this is one of like the creepiest, scariest movies he'd seen. So you know it's going to be pretty good. From what I've read and heard, this isn't like a Friday the 13th, like, you know, where somebody's going to jump out and scare you kind of stuff. It's just like a lot of psychological, thriller type, creepiness and stuff like that. So there's not going to be jump out scares or anything, but from what I've read from other people, this was really good, so definitely want to check this out. Another surprise on the slipcover, so awesome end of the month slipcovers I've been picking up. Not so lucky with this one, didn't get a slipcover, but that's all right. This was on sale. I saw it in theaters, and it was a cool movie. I mean, I used to listen to NWA when I was younger, when back in the 90s, since I'm old, and that is Straight Outta Compton. 4K. Like I said, seen the movie. Movie is really good. Haven't checked out the 4K yet to see how that looks and sounds in there. I'm hoping it'll sound pretty good, especially with all the music that they've got going on in this. But was an NWA fan back in the day, back in the early 90s when I was in high school. So it's a good movie. It was on sale. I think it was $10 or something like that. So picked that one up. No slipcover, unfortunately, for that guy, but that's all right. These next 2 I got off of the Disney Movie Club. These are actually the last 2 I bought, so I'm fully subscribed to the Movie Club now. I've always gotten slipcovers on everything. This is the first movie I've gotten from them that didn't have a slipcover that's kind of like a Disney animated. and that is Frozen. My girlfriend actually wanted to see this. I haven't seen it yet either. So I went ahead and picked it up. Like I said, every other Disney animated, or I think I have the two Maleficent movies, all with slipcovers, but for some reason did not get one on this one. So I've got all the Disney movies with slipcovers except this one. I may just bite the bullet. I think there's a website that sells these. I might just buy the slipcover just so I can have it uniform with all my other Disney movies. But picked that up, and the other one I picked up, which does have the slipcover, and that is Frozen 2. Obviously, I haven't seen this one either. I haven't seen the first one. I don't like watching movies out of order like that. I always like to catch the first one before the second. So going to check this one out as well. Did get the slipcover on that, so cool pickup there. So those are all the 4K movies I got for the third half of February. So now I'm going to show you everything I got Blu-ray wise for the last half. These first 4 are going to be everything that came out of the horror pack for this month. If you didn't see the horror pack unboxing, I'll throw a card up so you can check that out, although you're about to see what comes with it anyway, so that's up to you. The first one, I actually just watched this last night, and that is Satanic Panic. Now, this one it is kind of tricky. It's a little deceptive, I should say. You can see on the case here, it says Panic. And then if you look here, hopefully that's not blurry for y'all, it says Panic. So I thought this movie was called Panic. But on the back it said The Making of Satanic Panic, and I was like, that's weird. Somebody actually commented and said that these were sold in stores, places like Walmart retailers. They actually put the slipcover on to hide the real name of the movie, where if you happen to pull it out, it says Satanic Panic on it. And the same, hopefully you can see that on the edge there, on the spine. So you get Panic here, but in fact it's called Satanic Panic. I guess Satanic was not suitable for Walmart shoppers, so that's why the slipcover ended up going on there. So it's actually called Satanic Panic, but this is it. Like I said, checked it out. It's got Rebecca Romaine and Jerry O'Connell, although he's not in it for very long. It's kind of like a horror, goofy horror, comedy type movie. Screwball. Well, not like screwball, but kind of goofy comedy thing with some horror in there. It was pretty interesting. I liked it. Not the greatest thing I've ever seen, but it was, for what it is, it was pretty cool. So if you haven't seen this one, that might be a good one to check out. This next one, and that's the only one I've seen so far out of the horror pack movies. The next one is Jack Ketchum's The Lost. That also came in the horror pack. This one looks pretty good. I might watch this one next, not sure, but it looked pretty interesting from the back of it. This next one doesn't look like it's going to be good at all, but it's the horror pack exclusive. It's called Werewolf. Just by reading what it's about, doesn't really. I'm like I said, I'm sure I'm going to watch it, but I don't have high hopes. Let's just put it that way for this one. But I'll check that out. Came with the horror pack, and this one here is called Yummy. And like if you saw my unboxing for the horror pack, this is the Extra Yummy Collector's Edition. But let's be honest, there's no regular Yummy non-collector's edition. I don't know why. It's funny what they'll put on movies, like when you see like a raunchy comedy like an American Pie, and then they'll come out with the movie and it'll be the unrated version of the movie. That just means that they added deleted scenes that weren't rated by the Motion Picture Association of America, but they want to make it sound like, oh man, you're going to really see something raunchy because it's unrated. It doesn't mean shit. I think it's the same thing here. The Extra Yummy Collector's Edition. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's not a regular Yummy edition, that all of them are the Collector's Edition, but the premise seems pretty cool. So, I mean, I'll check it out. Hell, it says facelifts, boob jobs, and zombies. Those are, how can you go wrong with that? So yeah, that was the last one in the horror pack. Looks all right. I'm sure I'll give that one a whirl. Maybe let y'all know how it was. This next one just came out fairly recently. It seemed like they released re-released probably a bunch of movies that are like Academy Award winning type movies, probably because the Oscars are going to be soon. And I've actually never seen this. Billy Bob Thornton and Slingblade. This was, I think it was $10 on Amazon, something like that. Not maybe $10, $12. Actually, for some reason, I never got around to watching this, so I went ahead and picked it up. Definitely going to check this out pretty soon. But yeah, Slingblade. Another one that I had not seen. I don't know how I missed this one. It's a 90s movie, Trainspotting, with Ewan McGregor. And then it's got, what's her name, Rebecca, I think? Is that what her name is? No, Kelly MacDonald. I don't know where the hell I got Rebecca. I always liked her. And then Ewan McGregor's obviously awesome. But this one, I actually had to rewatch the trailer because I totally couldn't remember what this was about. Looked really cool. Went ahead and picked this up. It was like the same vein as the other one. I think it was like $10-12, something like that. So grab that one. This next one I actually saw they had released, or re-released, I should say, Chasing Amy recently. So I was going to buy that one along with the previous two. But then I saw this one. It's a triple feature that was only a few dollars more. And in this one, you get Chasing Amy, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and Clerks all in a triple feature. Like I said, it was only a couple dollars more. So I'm basically getting the bottom two movies for like, $2 or $3 for both of them. So instead of just getting the single pickup for Chasing Amy, I went ahead and bought the 3 movie pack because I don't have any of the 3. So yeah. This next one is from Arrow Video. I've never actually seen this. I've heard of it. Obviously, it's a 90s movie, Kevin Smith, but I had never actually seen it. So went ahead and picked it up, and that's Mallrats. This one has a whole bunch of special features on there. It looks like it's a two-disc set from Arrow. It's a nice cover here. You even got the slip cover on there as well. Never actually seen this, so gonna probably check this one out this weekend and give it a watch. But if you like this movie, the back here, I'll try to get that zoomed in there. There's a whole bunch of special features that you get with this guy, so good pickup on this one, I think. And we also have the monster of a set that is Avatar. This sucker's heavy. This has got some weight to it. It's a 3-disc collection of the movie. Obviously, like everybody else on the face of the earth, I've already seen Avatar in theaters, but never actually picked it up. Well, it's starting to slide out. Never actually picked it up on Blu-ray. I think this one obviously would look amazing in 4K if it ever happens to come out, but with what James Cameron's got going on, I'm not holding my breath on that one. But Avatar's kind of weird. I wasn't like a huge fan of it. I mean, the when you go and watch it, the visuals are amazing and it looks really cool. But, I know James Cameron's, I mean, he's making like 16 sequels to this all at the same time that they filmed. I feel like Avatar, I think it's either one of or not like the biggest box office money-wise ever. But I feel like it's a movie that everybody has seen and they're making a bunch of sequels that nobody's excited about. Like people, it's like you go watch it, like it's almost like you feel like you have to go watch it because it's in theaters. It's not like when Star Wars, like the Phantom Menace, before that came out, people camped out. I was like, super excitement going on. For the fact that this is the top grossing movie, or at least one of, and they're making all these sequels, I don't really know anybody that's just super, super pumped to see the extra avatars. Maybe I'm wrong. If y'all are super pumped, leave a comment below to let me know how super pumped you are to see Avatar 2 through 14 or whatever they're making. But hopefully those all come out soon, so James Cameron can work on the 4K version of this, or I don't know, maybe True Lies on Blu-ray. James Cameron, that would also be nice. All right, I digress. Let's get into the remaining ones. These last ones I bought them off Amazon. They're pretty cheap, either between like $5 and $6, but I never had them. I got Robin Williams and Dead Poet Society. Great movie. Did not have that one before. This one I haven't actually seen. I had to watch the trailer for it, but it was on sale. It looked pretty cool, so I'm going to give it a go. It's Mel Gibson in Blood Father. Kind of a cool action movie. Just saw Fat Man with Mel Gibson in it the other day. Wasn't a huge fan of that one, but hoping this one will be a little bit better. This next one I also haven't seen. It's part of the Liam Neeson, after he turned 50, he decided to appear in every action movie, and that is Non-Stop, is this one. Yeah, saw the trailer for it recently, decided it was pretty cheap. I decided to pick it up. It's just weird how all of a sudden Liam Neeson is in every like 50 action movies all after the age of 50. I don't know. Just a weird thing, but I'm going to give that one a shot. This next one I don't think is a big popular one with a lot of people, but I thought it was okay, and it was like $5. Good old Ben Affleck and Pearl Harbor. So one also has I think Josh Hartnett and Kate Beckinsale. That's who. Like I said, I don't think a lot of people thought this was the best, but I enjoyed it. So $5, hey, why not? All right, and this one I remember seeing in theaters. It was pretty good, and that is She's Out of My League. This is the one that has Alice Eve, and Alice Eve is smoking hot. Can't go wrong with anything she's in. And yes, the title is appropriate. She is most definitely out of that dude's league. It was a pretty funny movie. I enjoyed it, so it was fairly cheap. Went ahead and picked that one up off Amazon. And the final cheapos from Amazon I got is Lindsay Lohan in Mean Girls. For some reason, I've seen this movie a million times. I don't know why. It comes on TV a lot, but I mean, it's one of those movies you can just kind of watch over and over, and it, you don't get bored of it. I think there's certain movies, at least for me, are like that. I'm sure y'all have movies that you can just watch over and over and over. Shawshank Redemption is another one for me like that. It's always a cool movie. It's got, like I said, it's got a good amount of people in here that are now pretty, big deals. Lindsay Lohan, obviously. Well, I don't know if she's too much of a big deal anymore. It seems more like the other two were. Oh gosh, Rachel McAdams and Amanda. What's her name? Obviously, they aren't big enough deals for me to remember her name. But and then the girl that was in Party of Five. I don't think she's done too much after this. But yeah, really good movie. Enjoyed it. So I think it was like $5 too. So went ahead and picked that one up. So that's all the movies I've got. The rest of these are going to be the TV series, since I'm going on a TV series buying binge lately. These first three, I saw all of these when they came out on HBO, and they were fairly cheap online, so I decided to go ahead and grab some of them. Actually, all of them. I have the first season coming, but it hasn't arrived yet. But I did get, this is season 2 of The Tudors. And then I've got season 3 of The Tudors and the final season 4. Like I said, season 1 I bought also. It just hasn't arrived yet. I always thought this was a really cool show. Jonathan Rhys-Meyers in that. He's King Henry VIII, I think. Yeah, King Henry VIII. If you haven't seen this, it's a cool show. You should check that out. But yeah, so that'll have the whole complete series once the first one comes in. These next two I picked up that actually will now complete the whole series for me because I have all the other seasons. And that is season 4 of Chips, or as my Alexa says, GHPs. I don't know why when she says it arrives. It's GHPs has arrived. So I got season 4 of GHPs and season 5 of Chips. This one's actually damaged on the inside. The case is broken. So I've actually got a replacement coming today. So, but I did get all of them. So I had the first, was this 4 and 5? So I have 1, 2, 3, and 6 already. Just a cool show from my childhood. Loved Chips. So now I will have the complete series of Chips. This one, I just bought the first season of. I think there's 11 seasons. This is, if you remember, or if you'd seen one of my previous videos, I talk about TV series, like if you buy the complete collection of something, it keeps coming in like these terrible cases, which you'll actually see here in a few minutes, as opposed to if you buy individual seasons. So I considered buying individual seasons instead. This one, I'll just show you. It's the first season of JAG, Judge Advocate General. You can buy the complete collection of this in one big thing, but this is a CBS show. And CBS cases are terrible. If you buy, when they give you those big thick collections, they're really cheap plastic. They break easily, and these are like $10 a pop on Amazon. So I've just decided I'm just going to buy individual series. It's got the slim case right there that the discs come in, but that is like 100 times better than those collection cases that I have to, It's like pulling out the Declaration of Independence. That's how careful you have to hold them, and gently with gloves on so you don't actually break the packaging or the plastic on it when you try to watch it. So grab this one. I think I bought 2 and 3 that are going to be coming later, but yeah, pretty cool show. $10. Give it a whirl. This next one I have never seen. I had never even heard about it. The only reason I saw it was I was on Bluray.com and it was showing everything on sale. And this is the first season, and it was like $5. So I watched the trailer. Looked okay. I don't think it lasted very long. It's a Starz original series, and it's called Camelot. The complete first season. Not sure how many episodes are in this guy, but I like period movies like this. Camelot, King Arthur, that kind of thing. Anything Middle Ages or type of show. It's $5, so I figured, well, if it sucks, hey, $5. So gonna give it a shot. I don't even know if there is a season 2. This might be it. But yeah, $5. I said, why the hell not? All right, these next ones I just got, which will now complete the collection that I have. Sorry if you heard that. Apparently my neighbor just dropped a bowling ball upstairs. This is season 2 of Third Rock from the Sun. Kind of came pretty crappily. You can see the case is kind of dented in. I was going to send it back, but then I just got lazy and said, screw it. There's also a button here that says press here, our DVD talks, but I think that stopped talking many, many years ago because these are pretty old. So I got season 2, and then I also picked up season 4 of that. I have all the other seasons, so this now completes the entire series of Third Rock from the Sun. This is exactly what I was talking about with, the complete collection. You can buy the complete collection of these for cheaper than I bought the individual ones, but I didn't want to have that cheap case, so I just went ahead and bought all the individual series. Takes up more room on the shelf, but hey, at least I don't have to worry about, actually watching it and, pulling it out and destroying the case. Next on the TV series, I bought the first season. If you saw a previous video, I think it was the first one of February, I grabbed the first season, decided to go ahead and grab the other 2 so I would have the whole thing. And that is, like I said, I have season 1, so this is season 2 of The Following, and then the third and final season of The Following on DVD. I remember seeing only the first few episodes when it first came out of season 1. And then I missed a couple, and I think the show's kind of like 24. If you ever watch that, like you miss a couple episodes, you're lost. You have no idea what's going on. So I figured I'd just watch it straight from scratch from the beginning again, but now have the whole series. So that's cool. These next ones, just adding to the many, many, many seasons of Family Guy. Oh, it just dropped one. Okay, so this is going to be volume 5. I don't know what season this is. This is still when they were doing volumes, but this is volume 5. The one I just dropped on the floor. Thank God I have carpet. Volume 5 of Family Guy, so pick that one up. This is volume 7 of Family Guy. Grab that one. And this one is volume 9 of Family Guy. And it sounds like there's a loose disc in there. I'll have to open that up and fix that. And then I have a bunch of the others. I think like the first 5, and then, I bought them kind of randomly. So trying to work my way up to, I think there's like 19 or 20 right now. I can't remember. Because at one point, like I said, they started at volumes, and then at one point they then started just season this, season that instead of volume. So I'll have to figure out exactly where that switches takes place. These last 4 are actually going to be the complete series. Right after I said, I don't buy the complete series anymore, I bought the complete series. This one, you have to buy the complete series. I don't think they have it individually. And I haven't seen anybody else's TV. And like I was mentioning in a previous video, I watch a lot of TV series collection videos, what everybody has on in their TV collection. I have not seen anybody that has this. It was kind of the same with Titus that I just bought recently. Didn't see anybody that had Titus. Maybe not a lot of Titus fans out there. Apparently there are also not a lot of Father Dowling fans out there, because I have not seen anybody with the complete collection of the Father Dowling mysteries. So this is the complete series. It's on, I swear, it's a CBS thing. It's like everything I buy came on CBS. I don't know what it is. It's very odd, considering they have the worst, crappiest packaging, and everything I want to own is on CBS. This is the Father Dowling Mysteries. I think there was 3 seasons, maybe. It's 43 episodes, so it's either 3 or 4. I want to say 3. Most people probably never even heard of this if you're watching. I remember I watched a few episodes back in the day, so I wanted to go ahead and give this another shot. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, it's got Tom Bosley, who was in I think it was in Happy Days. So yeah, this was $20 for the complete series. Like I said, you can't buy the individual seasons of this, so had to buy the complete collection or just not have it. This next one was a complete collection, but it's not like just one case of them. It's the individual cases, although I didn't realize until it came that they're different. These used to have like sleeves, almost like slip covers, but they were the sleeves you would slide out. This one doesn't. It's just the cases. And don't judge me. I'm not an old lady, but I did it anyway. I went and bought the complete series of the Golden Girls. It is 7 seasons, so there's the first 6, and then the 7th one for some reason is that direction. But they're the individual, if you can see that, they're the individual cases, so it's not just one huge, cheap plastic thing. But this show, I remember I watched this as a kid. My mom used to watch it, so I would sit in there and watch it with her. There's a lot of shows, if you go back and watch, like if you're older, like for me it was 80 shows. If you go back and watch shows you really, really liked and you thought were great, and then you go back and watch them now and you realize they in fact now suck, or maybe because you've gotten older, that your tastes have changed. These still hold up. Like, these come on TV and I still laugh when I hear the jokes. It still holds up today. A lot of TV shows will not do that. They, after years and years, they'll just, all of a sudden, you'll think they suck. But this one, still funny. You don't have to be an old lady to like it. Doesn't hurt, but I thought they were hilarious shows, and so picked up the whole thing. Now, if they just get that spin-off, The Golden Palace, they had 1 season of The Golden Palace that's not on anything. It's not even on DVD. If they can just get that on DVD, I'll be set. This next one is how TV series, complete series, should be packaged. This is what I'll preface before I show you this. This is the Blu-ray version. I think everything else is DVD. Yeah, this is the Blu-ray version, complete series of Miami Vice. Miami Vice is an awesome 80s show. It has awesome 80s music. It's an awesome 80s show. It's cool. But this is the complete series. And then if you can see, it's 5 seasons, but you get the individual discs in, like, cases in there. So it's not just one huge, ridiculously cheap plastic case. It's like each individual one. So, you can get a halfway decent one. I wish they would do every TV, collection, complete series like this one. Like I would spend more money. I think this was actually kind of on sale. It's like 40 or something. I've seen it go all the way up to like $55, $60. But it's a really cool series. Glad I was able to pick it up. So that's how they should look. Now I'm going to get into the last 2, what they in fact actually mostly look like, which is crappy. This is a cool show. I remember watching. If you're a big Joe Rogan podcast fan, I think this is like basically where he got his first real big break. And that is the complete series of News Radio. This was a really cool show. It's got Phil Hartman in it. He was doing this show when he was killed. So like halfway through, I don't remember what season it was, but they find out that he was actually killed or whatever. So it was a real sad episode. But this is one of those. It's anything you see like this with the must-see television. There's a few different things that come like this. No, this is cheap. This thing is just like, it's like a loose leaf paper thin. So you have to pull this thing off here. And if you saw my previous video about Roseanne with those little cards you just pull out with the discs, it's the exact same piece of junk card here. Mill Creek Entertainment. Mill Creek, I'm going to go ahead and just say it. You suck. TV series. I know this is cheap. This was $20. I would have spent $30 or $35 to get like the Miami Vice one. Like this one is a little bit better because there's only a few in here. But with the Roseanne, there's a ton of them in here. And it's fine when you're picking out the first one, but when you're in the middle of it and you're like, oh, it's a 10-season show and I want to see season 4, disc 7. You have to then go in here and flip through these things and pulling them out to try to find that. It's just terrible. And then, like I said, this in itself is just the cheap. It actually, I don't know if you can see that, it actually shows you faintly the different shows that they have in this cheap type box, like Roseanne that I have. And one of the very last one actually that I have on here. So you gotta this just slides back on gingerly. Like I said, you literally have to handle these like you're handling a 500-year-old document. Let's see, it doesn't even, there we go. Otherwise, it's gonna rip, break, something. I hate that packaging. Just hate it. But then I buy it anyway because I'm stupid. This one is identical to the Roseanne one. I should have bought the individual seasons because I could have, but I'm stupid and didn't. So this is 11 seasons, 262 episodes, is the complete series of Married with Children. Love this show. It's hilarious. I watched this when they were on TV. Super offensive if you're somebody who is offended easily. Like nowadays, some people, they find every, offense with every little thing. If you are one of the people that finds even little things offensive, do not watch this show because the entire show will be offensive to you. But I love this. It's an amazing show. It's the same as Roseanne. It's just this, this backside. This thing just pops open, and then, you've got all these in here. You can see how many is actually in here. So like I said, if you're getting like the first one that you pick up from here, oh, okay, cool. But, this is what I say, 11 seasons. If you were looking for season 6, disc 5, good luck. You're just pulling things and, just not a fan of it. And then it just closes like that. So luckily you have to keep it up here because if you're not careful, when it'll start to open on you. This box, at least this box here, as opposed to the news radio. The news radio was paper thin. This box is actually got a little thickness to it. So in that respect, it's better. I just wish it would be. I mean, it can't be that expensive to have a hard case that isn't the cheapest plastic humanly possible. Like a regular DVD case or a Blu-ray case, is a good thickness. If you do just bigger than that, or just have multiple ones like the Miami Vice, it doesn't seem that hard to me. But I guess they figure people aren't going to spend more money on that. There's not enough collectors out there that necessitate having a whole bunch of those nice cases. But anyway, I'm done complaining about stupid cases. The series, I love those series. Like I said, they're great. I'm glad I have them. So now my TV series collection really, really is expanding. I'm actually going to have to, because they're on, this is actually my Blu-ray case behind me. This is where all my Blu-rays are. My 4Ks are in a completely different case in my living room. And currently I have my TV series on the Blu-ray case, but I'm starting to run out of room on here. So I'm actually going to take a bookshelf that's out there and move my TV series to the bookshelf because I'm starting to get a rather large TV series collection. And then just move everything over there. Still got some more stuff coming in TV series wise. If you've ever seen that movie Blast from the Past, the one with Brendan Fraser and Alicia Silverstone, where the family thinks a nuclear bomb has gone off and a nuclear holocaust happens, and Brendan Fraser grows up in the basement for 20 years or something. I feel like that's when I'll be satisfied with how many TV series and movies I have, when I can go that entire 30 years in my bomb shelter and still have new shows to watch every single day. So the collection will continue to grow. Like I said, there is some stuff coming. I don't have, it's not, March isn't going to be like February. I just went buck wild in February, but I have to reel it in before my credit card company starts calling me thinking that my credit card's been stolen. So I'm going to reel it in a little bit, but I'm obviously there's going to be pickups just because I have a sickness and can't stop. So look out for some of those videos. And once again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.